Thinking a little too much sometimes in baseball or softball can hurt. Smith winds and fires, and that ball is hitting the left field. Back to the wall, track, wall, and Izzy Gambill. You can touch them all. That is a 2-run home run in the Cape Coast Conference Championship, and the Eau Gallie Commodores lead it 3-1. Field wall. And this one is hit deep to left field. If it stays fair, it's gone. And it's off the wall. And around third to score the 5th run. And Izzy Gambill has plated 2 more with a double as the ball nearly went over the wall for a 3-run home run. Hits off the top. And the Commodores lead it 6-4 under that top. Oh, that one is driven deep. Back, and gone! Abby the Tulip goes yard. And with 2 outs, the Commodores have scored 4 runs and lead it 8-4. Not me, but Daryl Duran, Double D, and Ron Lighthall. That ball was hit deep to right field. Back. And that is gone! Home run by Gabby Barrera. And Barrera goes deep for the 3rd time for the Commodores. And it's 12-4. A 2-run bomb for Barrera. In terms of state tournament action, okay? But there's a ground ball scooped up, backhanded. And the Eau Gallie Commodores are your 2025 Cape Coast Conference champions as they defeat the Rockledge Raiders 12-4. Our Natwick Insurance Player of the Game, Izzy Gambill. Cape Coast Conference champions. All right. Hey, everybody. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. Felt a lot of trophies. I've never held this one. The Cape Coast Conference Championship belongs to the Eau Gallie Commodores. And to my left is Ainsley Odell, and to my right is Izzy Gambill. And Izzy, I want to start with you. Came in halfway through the game pitching, but I thought it was your bat tonight that turned the tide in this one. That you had a big double, and you had a home run tonight. Take me through the home run, because you were down 0-2 in the count, and you were not very happy.
So I kind of was just thinking, to calm myself down. I called timeout, talked to Coach Gabe, and I just, needed something to relax. So me and Coach Gabe actually were talking about food to, relax myself. And I was just I got to pick that pitch, and, I got to do it for my team. So just super relaxed.
It really was. And Ainsley, let me say this. First of all, congratulations on your commitment to the University of West Florida. That's fantastic. Listen, catching, you got 2 different types of pitchers out there you're catching in Jordan and Izzy. Kind of take me through. I mean, Izzy's got that over-the-top personality that everybody loves, and, Jordan's a flamethrower out there. Kind of take me through how you keep their emotions in check, because you're the captain back there.
So with Jordan, it's honestly just keeping her with a positive attitude, and she throws a lot of inside because she's a lefty, which throws everybody off. And then with Izzy, it's just coming in and finishing it. Izzy has a really good changeup, and that just throws everyone off. And you just have to be able to separate the two when you're catching. And
what does this mean to you personally to get this trophy?
I'm really excited about it. I think we have a really good team this year, and it's really fun to just play with everybody. I love all the girls, and I think we have really good chemistry. And I think it just shows that how good we are, and we can keep going farther this year.
Now, well, Ainsley's senior, right?
Junior.
So you're a junior too, right? So we got a couple of juniors here. And so, listen, I love the Cape Coast Conference trophy. I love it more than the district, but the district means more in terms of the state tournament. But this means you're kings and queens of the county. What does it mean to you?
It means a lot. I think it definitely shows the county, who we are and what we have in us, and, we're coming for states, for sure.
Let me ask you this. I think there's a lot that this team can accomplish. You're number 2 in your region. Lake region sits on top. I like your strength of schedule better. What did you gain from playing in the Kissimmee Classic? You played some really good teams, and in some of those games, you were, right there with them in the fourth, fifth inning.
I think we just gained like strength and like how to hold a team like that and just like push through it and just like anyone like we can go against and compete.
I'm going to ask you about your commitment. I think it's absolutely critical when you get an offer you like to commit. You did that. Kind of take me through why the University of West Florida was the right spot for you.
Well, I had been going to a few camps there, and I honestly just love the area. I mean, it's by the beach, it's a smaller campus, and it is far from home, but when you're there, it really just feels like family, and all the coaches and all the girls are really welcoming, and I love what they're doing with their program, and yeah.
The Argos, baby. I love that campus. I love that school, to be honest with you. Ladies, that was a lot of fun tonight. And I can't wait till you both go back and watch it. Congratulations to the both of you and to the Eau Gallie Commodores. This is really cool, man. I've had a lot of cool moments. This is a pretty cool one right here for Ainsley Odell and Izzy Gambill. I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports. Hey, everybody. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network, and we're here with the Cape Coast Conference Championship manager tonight, Coach Gabe Carride, and Coach. Career win 64 here at Eau Gallie is a Cape Coast Conference Championship. I told the girls, I know a district championship means more because of what it entails for the state tournament. But this Cape Coast Conference Championship to me has always been one of my funnest tournaments because this is a county-wide thing, and I think it's a pretty big deal. What does it mean to you to win this?
It means a lot. Yeah. It means a lot, especially for the girls and for the school. It's huge. It's huge. I think it's awesome to represent the county the way that they do with this Cape Coast Conference. I think that there's a little bit of rivalry for most of those schools, and especially with the South and North. It does bring a little bit more excitement to the season because it forces all of us to play at least one time. And for the most part, we like to try to play each other twice, to play one at home and one away, which is ideal. But it is nice that we have this tournament.
Seem to have, you guys, went over and played it tough in that Kissimmee Classic. You come back, you get the win against a very good St. Mary's team the other night, and then you beat the Raiders last night, and you beat them again tonight. The bats, though, tonight, Coach, and I know you scored 7 in the second last night, but 3 home runs. You kind of got it done every which way tonight. Your lineup's very young, very balanced. Man, that's a surplus and a plus.
Yes, for sure. And it was funny because going into the 4th inning, I was letting them know, joking, and we always have a 4th quarter team, we like to say. So it is nice that they like to always be the comeback kids, and they don't give up. And that's the one thing that I've been preaching from day one of trusting one another, no matter who it is. You don't know. One person could be hot one day, and the next, it could be somebody else. Yeah. And truthfully, tonight it showed that a majority of them had a great night. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 that were off with the bats, but up and down the lineup, I think we had all of them.
Watching you and Paul, you guys kind of balance each other out, and, your team is kind of that way. Yeah, I think the team is a reflection of its manager. In other words, you got some superb personalities on this team. You got some even Eagles, I call them. Your team really seems to be balanced personality-wise. I know, Coach, that – and listen, I mean no offense when I say this, but teenagers in general, when you coach and manage them, man, there's always all kinds of drama that surrounds it. But this club really seems to like each other. No club has ever avoided drama, but they seem to really enjoy each other's company.
Yes, they do. And for the most part, I think every team has some type of little drama. And I think for the most part, these girls know how to nip it in the butt on their end, and they police themselves. I'm very fortunate and blessed to have this team. They pretty much, the blind can coach this team and do a great job. I think I got a bunch of thoroughbreds. They're ready to run.
I hear you. And Coach, final question for you. Obviously, the toughest part about losing in a regional championship is your team's good enough to get back there again, but you got to go. It's like the Kansas City Chiefs. You lose the Super Bowl. Now you got to go play a whole nother NFL season before you can have a crack to get back. We're inching closer and closer towards that for you. What does this team need to do to take that next step?
stay healthy.
Yeah.
I think stay healthy. I think their softball is there. We still haven't even hit on all cylinders defensively yet. And hitting, we're starting to pick it up. And I think we've been slowly, progressively getting better with the bats. And now we just need our defense to come through. And I feel that in due time, once they start to believe more and not worry about those errors and what they do after they make the mistake, that's what's going to separate us from everybody else.
He's Coach Gabe Carride, and he and his Eau Gallie Commodores are the 2025 Cape Coast Conference softball champions. For Gabe Carride, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network.
Of a coach.
All right, keep going.
Yeah, he's a heck of a coach, man. This is the one you want. This is the one you want. This is how we win, right here.
So real quick before we get going, the food conversation, I want to know about that. What was the food discussion about?
Oh, yeah.
You can't repeat that. All right. You ready? 3, 2. That's going to be an outtake. Don't stop that. 3, 2, and 1.